Hello. Hello. Keezer and Rich. How you guys doing? How y'all living? Alright. Test, yep. Everything look nice and sharp.
Sorry about that, Benjamin.
I was on cold tires. I was just trying to survive.
Oof, waiting for the internet, man. Oh, glad you got all your stuff moved. That's cool. Man, I remember setting all that up when we moved here. I felt like I had a million people in this house all at the same time trying to get all this stuff configured and set up. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Well, I appreciate you being here, brother. Hopefully it wasn't a crazy experience. Looking at some of these lap times. Unfortunately, man, I've got to start at the back. So it's going to be interesting. It's a 90-minute race, though, so I've got a lot of time. Got a lot of time. But it's a tight track. It's going to be hard to make overtakes. Rained all day. Damn. It's going to be really hard to make overtakes here. I tried one during the little practice session here, and I was overly optimistic. Say the least. Oh. I'm trying to think of my fuel strategy with this race since it's 90 minutes instead of 60. I was thinking, like, right now, for instance, at 100 liters, it thinks I'm going to have 7.5 laps of fuel. Well, obviously, I don't need to carry around an extra 6.5 liters. But if I do carry it around, then I don't need it at the pit stop. I should make my pit stop faster. So I'm thinking I'm just going to keep it. No, unfortunately they lost. Unfortunately they lost. It was a good game. That team was pretty solid. Yeah, it's kind of funny, like the team itself really not much different than us. I think really similar as far as hitting, position play, and all that kind of stuff. But the pitcher they had on that team was like crazy good. Like he was crazy good. He was low 90s fastball velocity and just had this, like, I don't know whether it was a slider or a curveball that wasn't too far off, you know, somewhere in the mid 80s maybe. And it was just like trying to, I was sitting behind the plate, so I was able to get as good a look as you can from the other side of the fence. And just watching how quickly they had to make a decision as to whether this is going to be a fastball or an off speed that's going to still hit the corner and, you know, be thrown for a strike. Wasn't a lot of time. So yeah, it was tough, but it's a good game. The boys played as well as, you know, as they could. I think we just ran short. I mean, by the time our pitcher came out of our starter came out of the game, it was still just a 1-0 game. They scored 1 run in the first inning. Then I think it was the 5th inning when he came out. It was still a 1-0 game. And then once we got into like the relief, you know, pitchers, that's when they started to put some hits together and score some runs. So unfortunately we lost, but honestly, man, it was an awesome season. I'm just sad I'm not, you know, going over to the ball field on Tuesdays and Thursday afternoons anymore to watch a game. So I'll have to wait another, well, at least for high school, another 9 months for that, I guess. But of course, travel starts this weekend. My son has a travel tournament here locally, so I got to take him to practice tomorrow night. We've got, I mean, it's nonstop. As soon as school ends, travel begins. Oh, practicing Le Mans. Yeah. I haven't run any laps at Le Mans this week. I probably won't, if I'm being honest. I'm just not gonna have time. I mean, I'm locked up tomorrow. Friday, I think I do have some availability Friday. Saturday and Sunday, I'll be at a baseball field all day. Like literally, I think his first game is like 2:40, so we have to be there probably like 1:30. And then the second game doesn't even end until scheduled to end probably around 9:15. But given that it's the last game of the day and there'll be some backups and there's some possible weather in the area, we probably won't even leave there until about 10 p.m., you know? So I will literally be at the ball field all day Saturday and hopefully all day Sunday, because that means they're winning. So cleaning the keyboard, it's like a female saying she's washing her hair tonight, you know? I'm just cleaning the keyboard. Just, you know, doing the important stuff. Downs, I appreciate it. Thank you. This will be actually really fascinating. I wish I could qualify. Unfortunately, per league rules, I'm not allowed to. So I think it'll be really fascinating to see what it's going to be like to try to come through the field. And then if this is multi-class too, so I think they're only going to get through us maybe twice, given the speed difference and size of the track. Maybe twice. Certainly once. I don't know if they'll make it around 2 times or not, though. Should be fascinating. I've never done a multi-class, well, I've never done a multi-class race here before where I wasn't the fastest class. How about that? So I figure let's get a lap in here. See what it feels like with 100 liters again. And get after it. So 90 minutes. We do have a fast repair. And I gotta start at the back. Kind of scared. But I don't know, man. I don't know, it could be interesting. It really just depends on how things shake out the first couple laps. If I can get through the field cleanly, or at least make a little bit of hay early, might not be so bad. But if I'm stuck behind people and I'm really slowed up on the Nordschleife, that's when I'm gonna have some issues. That's where I lose all the time, you know? So we'll see. I think I'll have pretty good pace here. Just based on a lot of the chatter this week in Discord, it seems like a lot of people were learning the track this week, so should be somewhat towards the pointy end on the pace scoreboard, I guess. Ooh. Just gonna be so much about just not making any huge mistakes. Not having to use my fast repair would be gold. The shatter? Wait, what? Is that what I said? Always forget what I say the second I say it. What's up, Mike? How you doing, dude? Oh. Man, it's gonna be a race. It's gonna be a race. I'm really curious just how it's all gonna play out. Some of the GTPs, I think, are also learning this. And they'll be starting in front of us, which, you know, how that could be. Oof. Yeah, league race, 90 minutes, GTPs and GT3s at Nordschleife, kind of a crazy thought process. The GTP gets stuck behind you through here, they're in real trouble. Ooh. Okay. I think I'm about as ready as I can be. I think we've got a league announcement here in like 4 minutes. It'll be go time. Quali starts in 14 minutes. I'll just use it as practice. fun you can actually see the brake marker for that corner in the daytime. Whoa. You scared me. Cosmo, appreciate you. Thank you for that follow. 9W. Oof. Tires are scrubbing. Yeah, I appreciate the good luck, man. I do. It'll be a good time. Bam, how you doing, buddy? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I can only imagine a GTP around here. It must be nuts. Must be insane. What's up, Simply? Oh, who are you in the league? I think a lot of people are just going to be trying. Oh, Nathan. Gotcha. Yeah, dude, Box. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think a lot of people are feeling that, right? Like, just survive. If you survive this race, you're going to finish pretty well. I think that's a safe bet. Oof. Track conditions are a little slick though, I'll tell you that much. I'm just really concerned about getting through the traffic since I have to start at the back. Yeah, that Porsche 919. That YouTube video is insane, by the way. Oof. Yep, that's the one. Definitely a little greasy right now. Don't have nearly as much grip as I have had in the practice sessions, like the official practice sessions. It's only 25 degrees. I don't think it's that hot or anything, but... lots of places to die here. I was surprised nobody took me up on the lead follow offer earlier this week. It's just because it seemed like so many people were trying to learn the track. I mean, not that I'm super fast here or anything, but I at least know the place. This will just be my Nurburgring 24 race since I don't get to do the real one this weekend. Alright. I'm ready, y'all. Let's start the race. Unfortunately, there's a 20...
You okay there, Topon?
20-minute qualifying session that I don't really get to participate in, too. Yeah. So I'm just gonna have to kill some time. That's actually why I started the stream early. Figured we can at least shoot the shit while quali's happening. Make sure we know where... it ain't there. Okay. Oh, Ian's back. That's nice.
Pit box in 10.
That's funny. So Ian picks the BMW. I guess he doesn't care about the penalty since he hasn't been here for most of the season. Picks the meta car. That's always fun. All right, man. I guess I didn't realize so many people were driving the Porsche in this league. I'd say half the GT3s right now are all Porsche. No League Bob. I don't think they
Good
instituted
evening, everybody.
the Bob.
Welcome to the final
No,
round of
I doubt it.
2025 Season 2. We'll cover a few things quickly before qualifying. Brian Metzerl, Martin Merkva, and Chris Stewart, you guys will receive the final success ballots for the season. Remember not to qualify.
I'll take it as a badge
You are
of
welcome
honor.
to use the 20 minutes to practice. Just make sure you 1x your laps so they don't count. This is just to make sure that when we do grid, you're placed towards the back of the pack, and you also have a pit stall that's a little further back. Helps get the grid set up more quickly, so please make sure you don't qualify. Anybody that does grid behind
Amen.
those three, just follow your spotter's directions. Pass them as soon as possible during formation so that the whole grid has time to pack back up before we get to the green flag.
Damn, Tyler did an 8:16.
Remember, the GTP pole sitter may begin the race at any time after the pace car is off. GT3s shall wait for the green flag to begin racing. GT3s, please start rolling when the
I'll tell you when
GTPs
it's
are
over.
going.
It's not
Just
bad.
drive slowly until you get about a 5-second gap. The pace speed here is 53 miles an hour.
Oh
So
shit!
once you get
what'd
about 5
do?
seconds, just hold that 53 mile an
man.
hour until we get the green flag. Remember, we are racing into a very, very tight chicane at the start. Brake early. Make sure everybody gets through clean. If there is an accident ahead of you, don't come to a complete stop. Go off track to avoid the wreck if you must. Just try to keep it rolling so they don't get a pile up.
Yeah.
It's better to take the 1X or to get a slowdown than to get damage at the beginning of a 90-minute race.
Amen.
Remember, you must pit and take all 4 tires at least once. You do have one fast repair, and this time you have 25x before you'll get your first drive-through penalty, and then again every 10x after that. So this is a really tight track. It's going to be hard to share. GT3s, just be predictable. Let the GTPs find their way by. You guys are going to, GTPs and GT3s, we're all going to lose time around this track trying to share it. Just do your best. Make sure you're leaving each other room.
So interested to see how this
Remember,
works.
blue flags also are enforced in class, so if you do have a car lap ahead approaching you, just be sure to let them by cleanly. Make sure you give them plenty of room once they initiate the pass. And don't forget about the broadcast stage. If you want a chance to be interviewed, jump in the stage after the race is over,
Maybe
and the
we should do
broadcasters
that.
will pull people up for some interviews.
Think that'd be fun?
They like to interview the
Always
winners, but
forget
they pull
about
up just about anybody sometimes. Be sure to check the race broadcast after the race as well. Give them a like and subscribe and show your support.
Should I pull
Let's have a great end of
a?
the season, everybody.
Should I pull a Cletus McFarlane?
Thanks for setting up a great season, Paul.
Amen to that. Yeah, I really appreciate all the time, guys. Thank you. Oh, Jeff, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah, so the reason I have to start at the back is not because I did anything wrong. They have, in this league, in the GT3s, if you finish in the top 3, for the next week, in the next week's race, you don't get to qualify, so you have to start at the back. So I think it was introduced originally to just try to make some parity and not have, you know, people just run away with championships and so forth. They're doing away with that for next season. That's not going to be a thing next season. So it won't matter. This is Elbows Out Racing. Very nice group of guys. Very nice group. Get your squirrel. Yeah. I was thinking about it. Maybe if I'm feeling froggy by the end of this thing, I'll jump in there and do it. I literally forget every single time that they're broadcasting it, and that I could jump in and do an interview with them. And generally because I feel like when I did that with PRL, it was like if you won in your class, I would do it, you know? But I think they even took, like, if you were podium in the AM class, they would still take you even if you're finishing 26th overall for GT3s, you know? But I think in this case, nobody really seems to ever jump in there to do an interview, so they just take literally anybody. So maybe I'll, if I can remember to do it, maybe I'll do it. If I have something funny or interesting to say, I guess. But nice showing, man. I've already got 20 GT3s. That's pretty good. I don't think we've had quite that many in a little bit. I think last week was like 18, 17 or 18, something like that. So that's good. No idea about GT3 or GTPs. Let's see. I gotta get in the car to see that. 5. So yeah, next season some things are changing. So next season, I'm pretty sure they're going to change from the GTPs to the LMP2. And they will pretty much follow the IMSA schedule next season. For this season, it's been kind of random. So it'll be a little easier, I think, to prepare for the races and do all of that. So yeah. Did you have that F1 for entries? Oh my god, yes I did. I forgot about that. Yeah, I would joke, man. I would just like pretend. I would just pretend, basically. Senna, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So, again, just to let y'all know, I cannot qualify. So we've got about 20-minute quali session where I'll just poke around and we can shoot the shit a little bit before the race actually gets going. And then it's a 90-minute race around Nord's GTPs and GT3s where I have to start at the back. And there's a huge range of pace here. I don't know if you can see it well on the standings that you guys are seeing right now, but it's a very large range of pace. I think I'll be pretty good here. I think I just have experience at this track. But I got to get up there, and that's going to be a real challenge for the guys that don't have to not qualify. They'll already be at the front. So kind of sucks, but here's what it is. NVIDIA settings, I don't have anything configured specifically for NVIDIA, man. I don't do NVIDIA surround or anything like that, so there's really nothing special there. I think the only thing I might have is like prefer maximum performance. Like that's literally it. I don't have anything custom set there, but I'll show you my graphic settings if you want to see those. Let's take a look. Those are I mean, I guess maybe this is more of interest to you, but this stuff is relevant. This is not so relevant, actually. It doesn't actually compute to that. I have to manually input that. But that's monitor setup stuff. Even though my radius is 800R, the 1000R actually looks more natural. So I'll leave it at 1000. And then these are my graphics settings. League is Elbows Out Racing. Elbows Out Racing. Good group. It really is a good group. I do recommend. If you're looking for like hardcore crazy competitive, probably not the place for you, but if you kind of want like a little bit more of a chill but competitive environment, I think it's a great middle ground. That's why I've enjoyed it so much. Everybody's really nice and just kind of chill. Yeah, all 3 screens are curved, yes. They're all identical. They're the 800R curve. I don't have one to share. Trying to think of the best way to tell you where to find it, to be honest with you. I think they just put something, a recruiting message in the iRacing subreddit. Thanks for that follow. Appreciate you. So what I would recommend, see if this works real quick. Just Google Elbows Out Racing iRacing subreddit or something like that. And you'll find the recruitment message. They just put one up like within the last 4 or 5 days. All right, boys, quali is officially open, and I can't qualify. We'll just cruise, see what happens. Got my enduro set on. Okay, I was wondering this, if they were going to start us here or not. I'll do a little something. And then next week, we get to test out the new iRacing build. Let's go. Still working through that stuff. I got some invites today, signed some NDAs today, so I have made progress on that. I don't know when I'm going to get access to it exactly. My guess would be Sunday. And then my plan,
Green flag.
as we all know those change, but my plan right now
Okay, here comes your first
is
time
to just
black.
do a full-on live stream, 100% first impressions on Monday. Don't know when, but that is my current thought process. I don't want to go in there with a lot of hours, you know, all that kind of stuff. I don't really want to do that. I want to go in and just kind of give you like a completely fresh perspective as I experience it too for the first time. So we'll see, but Monday's the plan. Probably a day stream, which I know kind of sucks. It kind of does, Rich, but honestly, it's not as bad as... I'm assuming you're referencing the video that Will Boosted Media made. It's not as pronounced as he talks about, at least not for me. It does create a little bit of a warping effect at those edges, but truth be told, man, like when you're in the heat, when you're driving, you don't notice that stuff at all. Like at all. When I look past the bezel, which honestly doesn't happen that often because they're so wide to begin with, I'm looking for a car in Apex, you know, like you just don't even notice. Your brain just does not pick that up. You just pick up, oh, car's there, points here, and just keep on rolling. So it's not as much of an issue as I think he presented it in that video, but also he was running the 45s, I'm running the 39s, so maybe it's a little bit more of a sweet spot with the 39s, I don't know. Yeah, Keezer, we'll see, buddy. I think my big thing as I thought through this is I don't want to alienate the people that have been watching me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to alienate anybody that's been watching me. And I know that I traditionally stream evenings, so maybe I'll do it then just for that reason. The other side of it is that I need to utilize the opportunity as much as I possibly can, right? And so it would be pretty unfortunate also if I streamed at 9 p.m. when all of Europe, Asia, and everybody else is asleep. You know what I mean? So I need to figure that out. Maybe I'll do 2, maybe I'll just do a really long one. I don't really know, but I've definitely been thinking about that. What will be the new UI for iRacing? It's going to be whatever's in the build. So whatever's in that build is what we'll be looking at. Predominantly the new GT3 changes. That's really what I'm going for, but I'll show everything in that new build that I'm allowed to show. Marathon stream. Yeah, maybe like a nice break for lunch or dinner. The link's invalid? Wow. Was it the one they just posted from like the other day? Because I even replied to that. It was like literally like 4 days ago? Alright, I'll find you a link here in just a second. I'll get you. Not like these laps matter or anything for me anyway. I'm just farting around. I'm trying to think of where I actually found them. There's some website out there for like iRacing leagues. I think that's actually where I found them. Don't leak the new Aston. There are definitely things that people will not be able to show. That I do know. I don't know what they are, but that's always a thing. And you do have to sign an NDA, which I learned today as I read through it. It'll be really interesting. Once I figure out what I can't show, then that might dictate how I do it, so that I don't make a mistake. I don't know. But honestly, I just want to have a good time with it, have some fun with it, figure out these new GT3s, and go from there, man. Learn what I can. Show it to you guys. Man, this track is slick right now. Weird. But I'll post more in Discord. I'll post on I'm gonna do my best to take advantage of the opportunity, as you can imagine. So I'll post everywhere I can. YouTube, Twitter, Discord, and let you guys know what the plan is once I have more information myself. But I'm not like expecting this to be a regular thing, so I want to make sure I maximize the opportunity within reason. Yeah, that's Monday. Yep. Damn, this thing is squirrely. Yeah, the build itself comes out on Tuesday. So all the new content, all the videos you're going to see from content creators are going to come out Sunday and Monday, maybe Tuesday, you know, early, while the build's being deployed and all that sort of stuff. $4 months ago. Oh, okay. I'll yeah, just give me a second. I got you. I don't know, man. I gotta figure out what the plan's gonna be. Because again, baseball is literally gonna take my life over. My bird practices every Tuesday and Thursday. So, if I do anything like that, it wouldn't be until at least like 9 p.m. Eastern. I won't even be home until sometime around there. And eat dinner and all those things still, so. My time is gonna go down a little bit. Alright. She's slick. I don't know why. Temperature's going up. That's kind of strange. For the sectors I've done, it shows my optimal in an 816, so that's nice. Yeah, exactly. It's, you know, fam obviously is far and away #1, so all good, man. All good. But it kind of works itself out. This league's on Wednesday nights. I don't have a repeating conflict on Wednesday nights. There are some tournaments where we will not be in town on Wednesday night. A couple weeks, but should be able to make most of these races at least. And then Mondays are still open, which is really when I like to stream. I like to stream when the week turns over to the new tracks. That's just fun. People haven't had all week to get in there and practice. You just kind of get in there and go. Oh shit, I forgot I didn't 1-exit. Okay. I was gonna try to get a pit entry. And then I don't know where the line is. I was like, oh god, let me just stop. Let me just stop. Man, I could have totally screwed that up. Alright. Let me find a link for you real quick. So I got 10 minutes. 10 minutes remaining. All right. Invite people. Copy. I'll post it in. Where are you? YouTube. There you go. Hopefully that works. All right, some of these lap times coming in. The Fords, of course. Jeff and Tyler. I don't remember Jeff. I'm not sure if he's new or awesome. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Holy crap, 45 seconds off the GTPs. Good grief. Wow, that's crazy. All right, so, all right, wow. There's a couple times there under 820. I think I could have been up there. I think I could have put an 816 down and quali trim. Could have been close. Who was gonna hurt? It's gonna hurt, boys. Fuck. Man. I don't know what I'm hoping is gonna happen here. I don't know. Head up, survive the first little chicane, and just try to get through traffic as fast as possible so that I at least have some opportunity to try to catch these guys in front. But honestly, man, it's just how it works. If you're going to start 20th and the 4 or 5 guys that aren't starting 20th are running about the same pace you are, you're not going to catch them. It's just not going to happen. So Stormy, they have it's called a success ballast. So since I finished in the top 3 last week.
So a track limit is going to kill your lap, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Since I started in the top or finished in the top 3 last week, I have to start at the back this week. So it's just the way they do it, and that's how they've done it. But it is changing. That's not going to be part of the league next season. So, interestingly for me, every race I think that I've done this season, I've just intentionally started at the back because I just find it more fun, quite honestly. But with this race in particular, I thought it would be much more advantageous to not do that. Just because of how tight the track is. A lot of guys talked about how they were learning the track this week. So like, you know, it's going to be chaotic to get through the field without crazy contact or anything like that. So this week I would have definitely qualified and tried to at least start up towards the front and get after it. Drop the bop for the weekend. Yeah, the bop's up. I don't know exactly what it is. I haven't paid attention to it because I'm not running that race. But yeah, the bop is up. Eric, how you doing, brother? Hell yeah, brother indeed. Let's go. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm fired up. I am fired up. All right, so I got about 6 minutes. I'm going to step away for a second, shake the legs out. It is a 90-minute race. So shake the legs out, hit the restroom, do the things. I'll be back in a couple minutes, and then we'll get after it, boys. All right, so I got 6 minutes left. It is 8:55. I will be back in a few. See you boys in a bit. Andy, what's up, brother? Alright. I got some, like, emergency mode snacks in case I feel like I need something, but hopefully we're good here. Unfortunately, it looks like only like half the field is put in a lap, which is terrifying in a lot of ways. One, I'm gonna have to basically pull over and let everybody go by. And two, that means maybe they couldn't put in a lap, which is bad. Would anybody have thoughts on starting from the pits? Would that be stupid or intelligent? Okay, kind of done looking at this. Pits. Carter, hey, Carter, what's up, dude? Yeah, I was thinking that. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do that, to be honest with you. Fuck. Just thinking, like, I mean, it'll make it easier, right? Like, and also wouldn't waste the fuel. See what he says. Hope I PM the right person. It's one thing with the iRacing system. It looks like I sent it to myself. Yeah, I'm thinking it could be smart. If I don't get an answer, I'll just grid. All right. Okay. Cool. All right, boys. Shit, hold on to something. Y'all think that's smart? Just starting in the pits. All right, Porsche GT3 E. The setup is more for the colder night temps we're seeing, but seems like smart. Just get the back markers out. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting because where you come out at.
All right, Emily, Kylan, Nathan, and Joshua, you are going to have to pass Brian and Martin during formation. Please do that as quickly as possible. Chris has elected to pit start, so you'll just have to get around those two. But please do that quickly. Give yourselves time to pack up.
Okay.
Good luck, everyone.
All right.
Oh, that's easy.
It was kind of like I'm not really sure the right way to go here. This might be a terrible idea, but whatever. Let's go have some fun. Let's go have some fun. I think he just kind of put me out there. You know what I mean? Like now I feel like I have to. So, obviously I'm joking. All good. Let's go have some fun, boys. Everything's set up correctly. We're not recording this because we don't record these races. But boy, I got that clips button ready to go. Thank you. Yeah, it has been crazy. I've run a couple on Monday night. A lot of fun, but yeah, definitely crazy. Here we go. What the hell's going on up there? Good luck, have fun. Hell yeah, indeed. Drop to the end. I think that is set. All right, max fuel, which it'll figure that out for me. 4 tires. Yes, please. We do have to have the tires. Dave, what's up, buddy? All right, fueling check. Tires check. 31 degree track temp. Terrifying. Replace. Dry. Also important. Try to burn as little fuel as possible here. Oh, what was my number? Shit, what was my number? Fuck. Whatever. It's not that much fuel. Man. What's it? See if I can get it real fast. We got some time. Okay. Calculator. 13.48 times 4 laps at the end. So okay, 54. God, please somebody remember 54. I'm gonna need 54 liters to finish the race, to do those last 4 laps. 54. I'm not going to need to actually add 54 liters because I will come in with fuel. I'm not like short fueling this or anything right now, so I'll need to leave with 54 liters in the tank. You just listen to all that freedom? I don't blame you. I think the only thing I really said around it was, for me, my monitors are 1000R or 800R, but I run them at I have the configuration in iRacing set up as if they're 1000R.
Green flag, green
because
flag.
to me that just looked the most natural. I think that's all I really said about it. Like, yeah, there is a little bit of the W curve thing going on in the corners, but it's not a big deal. No. It's just the way that iRacing calculates the field of view. I wouldn't change anything about my setup. Nah, I'm good on the start, brother. All right, let's go get them. Wow, they got through it. Super impressed. I would definitely recommend the 800R. If you can sit 80 centimeters away from it, or 800 millimeters away from it, I would get those. I've never had 1000, but I have 800, and they're pretty great. Yeah, that was intentional. I was trying to miss the start. I think I probably would have had some passes done already by now, so maybe that was a mistake, but also when I get to people, they'll be a little bit more strung out, which will help me, so all is well. 90 minutes, long ways to go. Yeah, I think do that math, and as long as you can, you know, get somewhere in that neighborhood, you kind of get the perfect field of view, and it's worth it. Yeah, same thing. I mean, like, honestly, these monitors are about as extra can be.
Right side.
You definitely do not need
Clear.
3 39-inch 800R curved monitors. It's not. They're cool, but they're not that damn cool. Shaft extensions are generally welcome, from what I understand. But yeah, I use 32-inch flat monitors right up against the base of my steering wheel for 5 years. Totally fine. Totally fine. If you're gonna get, I'd recommend getting 32s if it's in the budget, just because you have a little bit more flexibility with how far away you can put them and still get the 179 degrees. But it's not that big a deal. VR is better. I fundamentally disagree with that. Holy shit. I'm so glad I looked down for half a second. I did not think he was going to be doing that. Oh, God. Yeah, I used VR for a year or so. And, yeah, there's a reason I went this direction.
Sorry guys, my fault.
Yeah, I don't really think there's a wrong way to do any of it, to be honest with you. I think that's why when you hear people asking for input, like, everybody's pretty happy with their situation, you know? You got 27-inch 1080 peach ripples. A lot of people happy with that, you know? You got VR, whether it's super high-end or not. A lot of people happy with that. I'm not gonna do that dirty. Keep it collected. You got it.
Go ahead, Chris.
Hell of a save. Hell of a save. You're fine, dude. I didn't want to pressure him. For me, I had a lot of tracking issues. I used the G2 for a really long time, and then I moved eventually to the Quest 3, which I personally like the Quest 3 better. Where is it? I see it. I like the Quest 3 better. They both had their pluses and minuses. How about that? Those pancake lenses in the Quest 3 were awesome. But the fact that, you know, it's connected over USB-C as opposed to DisplayPort was certainly an issue. But the fact that I like to do a lot of endurance racing definitely factored into it. If you just run 20-minute sprints, you know, like D-license races, 20, 15 minutes, whatever it is, totally fine. Hour, whatever. For me, everybody's different. When I sat down to do a, you know, 2 stints at Daytona 24, which I did in VR, fatigue, sweat, you know, you feel it on your head over time. Again, 20 minutes of it on your head, not a problem. 2 hours straight, it just gets to be a little much. A lot of little things too. I mean, one, I was creating content back then, and so I used to like record the races, and I would do different things. Live streaming in VR wasn't really much, wasn't very interesting, but I would do recordings and I would basically like capture one of the eyes so that it actually had a pretty cool look to it. But just content creation in VR basically is a giant pain in the ass. Just keep it that simple. I've got a buddy, I mean Nick, he'll probably come around here at some point tonight. He's a diehard VR guy, super fast, you know, so it's not to say that you can't be fast in VR and all that. Obviously you can. I also think there's a reason that when you watch the esports guys, like, go watch one of those Team Redline streams that Verstappen's on as they're practicing. None of them are running VR, you know? If it was objectively faster, those guys would all be running VR, like just straight up. So there's a lot of little things about it. Obviously nothing beats the immersion of VR, but I'm not just here for the immersion. There's a lot of little pieces to it. It is super cool, but I like the monitors better for the overall experience. And I'd still pull out I have the Quest 3 still. Actually, I have both of them, but I pull the Quest 3 out from time to time. And I'll fire it up and run a couple laps and kind of be marveled by the whole thing, like, oh, this is so cool, and it is. But then you think of all the little things, like, well, I gotta, like, you know, do this or do that so I can register for a race, or I want to go into Garage 61, so I gotta take the thing off my head for a minute. It's just, if you can just sit down and plop it on and go, it's awesome. But when you have to do other stuff, it's not as awesome.
Sorry, Emily.
Alright, I'd love to get by these guys. I'm shocked that they're not making more progress to those ahead of them, to be honest. Use VR in the room. Yeah, exactly. And that's the beautiful part. Like, all of them are good. All of them are good. It's just preference. And a lot of that preference is going to be defined by kind of what's available to you. Whether it's space, computing power. Some people don't have a machine that can run VR really well, right?
Emily, I hope I didn't screw you up back there.
So, you know, maybe they're going to go to an ultra wide or a single
you were
display
all
or
good.
whatever. Like, it's all circumstantial. Again, no wrong answers here. I think that's what's so important to remember. It's very tribal, which is whatever. It's most things, I guess. But at the end of the day, like, you go to those subreddit threads and everybody has something awesome to say about the way that they use it, which just tells me it all works and it's all awesome, and it just depends on what you like or what you care about. Alright, let's make some progress. Yeah, VR settings can definitely be tedious, for sure. And that's true with triples as well, but triples are generally set and forget. Like, you're not like, oh, hey, a driver update, you know, busted my bitrate throughput that I can allow through the Quest 3, for instance, or you don't really get that. Generally, once you deal with all the bullshit that comes with triples, like the angles and the bezels and all the stuff, you know, it's done. And VR generally, it's set and forget until a driver update comes along and screws something up, or, you know, maybe iRacing releases rain and it absolutely kills performance in VR, you know, whatever, stuff like that. The debris system, I believe, created some issues with VR, just performance. I know it did for my triples. But yeah, what Eric said, I mean, I think that's what's most important. Get the thing that's going to make you want to practice and spend time doing it. I think that's one reason why the fancy pedals and the fancy wheels and all this stuff is good. Because it's not that it makes you better necessarily, it makes you want to spend more time doing it, which that is what makes you better. Not sure how to proceed here. Wow, so there you go. Don't you get that space? It's kind of how it was here, getting the basement. Like, in the old house, I couldn't even set up a rig anywhere, much less triples. Once we moved here, we have a full-on finished basement, so plenty of space. You better go for that move. Not me, you. Definitely could have, should have thrown it up the inside there. Drive faster. If only these solid objects in front of me weren't there, it'd be so much easier. Nowhere to go. First leader's already 20 seconds ahead. Fuck, man.
Car on your left. Clear.
Man, oh man. Nice.
Car on your left.
Gotta go, gotta go.
Clear on the left.
That's how you do it, Brian. Let's go. Fuck. I have no idea. Man, there's a guy in the league named Paul.
Right side. Clear.
Fuck me. Holy shit. Never touched him. Don't y'all even say it. Don't y'all even say it. Okay. Holy shit. Alright. About to P7. Let's keep going. Let's keep digging. Still 22. There's no freaking way I'm going to catch the top two. P3 is still... P3 is still in it. I don't see freaking Paul. Where'd Paul go? Oh, he's had issues. Okay, okay. Alright. Let's keep going. Heads down. Paul would not approve. Possibly. Justin, what's up, brother? Nora, thank you.
24.
Appreciate y'all.
6, 7, 8.
Hard to follow chat, man. I mean, it's a tough sell. I don't know what the answer is. Suck that they're so bad. Because you could say, yeah, if he'd let us go by, but like, it's a motor race, you know? And it's not his fault we have to be at the back. I don't know. I feel bad. I mean, I didn't hit him, I didn't do anything wrong necessarily. I surely applied some pressure that maybe caused it, or at least contributed to it in some way, but really good question. Took a quick glance. Looks like they're about half a lap ahead. It's hard to say exactly. But there's only 5 of them, so it looks like only the top 3 are actually together. I'd like to get this done before. Certainly before the Nords.
Right side.
Are we? I mean, car was there, brother. Car was there. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Saved it. Jesus. Not trying to be a bully. I had a run. Gotta take it. Motor racing indeed. God, it's so sketchy in this car. If he gets alongside, I'm just gonna let him go. Honestly. He's clearly quick. Not gonna fight him for it. If anything, I could probably save some fuel sitting behind him. Yeah, definitely going for it. I do think P3 is in play here. Only 7 seconds behind. I don't know what lap times and all this stuff, but we also have not been in fresh air here. As long as Brian doesn't get too overzealous and make a mistake, two of us should climb this group pretty quick. Maybe, he might. It'd be interesting to see the perspective from the guy that you just had a little run-in with. Curious what he thinks about how that went down. Yeah, those bastards. They didn't have to success ballast either. They got to start up there. Still got a freaking hour and 8 minutes to go, so need to keep the thing on the track. Alright. What's up, Kyle? Which way to go? Which way to go? I can't hold it too hard on this line.
Clear.
Gonna come out a little bit. Alright, cool. Yeah. I was thinking about doing it too, but I don't think that's gonna work out with my schedule, unfortunately. I'm in their Discord. Jesus. Chick-fil-A. I used to have a Chick-fil-A livery for my Skippy back in the day. Sure did. It was awesome. I actually got somebody to make me one. Alright, Daniel. Let's go. Shit. I'd love to have just a click more wing. I don't, it's like, I'm not catching 1 and 2. I think that's a foregone conclusion. So I'm basically racing for 3rd, and I think I don't need the extra pace from having just a little bit less wing. I'd actually prefer the stability, but I don't think it's worth a 5-second penalty in the pits. Maybe it is, actually. Multimatic? No. They say A lot. It's kind of strange, but awesome at the same time. How American. All right.
Car right.
All right, so we'll have 4 laps at the line, 9 laps remaining in the race. Really don't know what the hell to do with the fuel because of the GTPs.
Clear.
Let's see what kind of freaking lap that was. That actually felt pretty damn good. I don't know if I was held up much. 8:19.
19.932. New fastest lap for you.
Woo! Franzer. God, that was so cool. I'm honestly so excited to see him take his endurance racing arc. I hope it's a long time from now because I think F1 needs him, to be honest. But I welcome the day that he starts racing in WEC. I might actually become a Max Verstappen fan at that point. Some said it couldn't be done. Alright. Take a breath. Car's gonna get a lot more loose before it gets better. Yeah, I don't know I'm curious. Curious about all that. Yeah. I know he doesn't like a lot of that stuff, but 65 million a year will make you feel all sorts of different ways, you know? Wish I could have gotten it done before we got here. See if there's any way I can make some time up on P1 or P2. Yeah, I mean, anybody's gonna take him for sure. Come on. Damn it. Think he'll do WEC, Red Bull Hypercar. Oh, it'll be anybody. I don't think it'll be Red Bull. I don't think they're not going to get involved. I don't know. I kind of hope he just does it under Verstappen.com. I know they don't do Hypercar, but I hope he races GT3 and does it there. I don't know. Who did he do the test for? Was it Alpine? Was it Honda? Who was it? Honda? Honda doesn't have a I don't know. I don't think it was Aston. Acura, that's right, Acura. You got it. That's right. That makes sense. Acura, Honda. I should probably not read chat or I'm gonna end up in the damn ditch. Yeah, he did that GTP test recently. Super cool, by the way. I don't know, I kind of get the feeling he would run for his own team, the GT3 team, for some period of time. But it does seem like a weird thing for him to be in WEC and not be in a hypercar. I don't know. You have the Mustang. That would be something. Dang, we got a lot of people in here tonight. How y'all doing? Welcome to the club. My name's Chris. I sim race a little bit. Not as much as I'd like to these days. Danny Rick. That'd be something. I hate to say it, but I think my boy is done. I don't think he's got it anymore, man. What's up, Corey? How you doing, dude? Hold on to that thing. Yeah, it's back in once it gets so loose. That I could definitely see.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Under pressure. Let's go. All right, P3. Can I do anything else? I think probably not, if I'm being honest. I don't know what the gap is. I haven't looked for a hot minute, but it's probably pretty big. 23 seconds. If I push like hell, I'm gonna wreck the damn thing trying to catch, you know, trying to catch them. I think I'm more likely to wreck the car than I am to catch those two. Guess that's not saying much, huh? Still got an hour to go. Alright, what's the deal with the wing stuff here? 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Woo! I don't know if that's worth it, boys. I was thinking about clicking it up one just to give me some stability. I guess I could see what the gap is by the time I have to pit. Now that I'm in completely clean air, I should be able to improve my lap times at least a little bit. Of course, I've been driving the wheels off this thing, trying to get by everybody. Tires are quite toasty.
Sorry about that, Bob.
Oh, it's all good. Don't worry about it.
I love this league, man. Everybody's so freaking nice.
.38.
Tires are tired. Amen. Especially when I do that shit. So bad. Wonder what it's going to do to the new tires. As hard as I've been pushing, I probably wouldn't have tires left. Well, I hope the guys that have been racing around aren't mad at me. Hope for the best. Pretty fun to have a pit lane start, though. Honestly, it just made it a lot more interesting. I was too damn bad.
So sorry, understood.
See if we can keep it on the track. Maybe I'll try to underdrive a little bit and bring the tire temps back to life, but hell, 3 laps. I've got a box anyway, so. It says I need 62 liters, which makes no sense. Yeah, I tend to agree with you, honestly, and I'm glad it's going away. It at least gives you the flexibility. If you want to do it, go for it, but you're not forced to. Because it really kind of screws the race. Like, the 2 guys that start at the top, I don't know, man. I bet you if you asked Tyler, I don't know Jeff, but I bet you if you asked Tyler, he'd be like, man, it'd be kind of cool to at least have, you know, some guys around him. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe he's loving it, but these guys are competitive. They like to race. I doubt they just like cruising by themselves, you know? We'll have to ask Tyler after. I definitely understand the logic for it, for sure. But my wonder is, did the league change a little bit since the time that was instituted? And I would imagine the answer to that would probably be yes, given the fact that they're getting rid of it, so. Good on them for adapting to changing conditions. Alright. I don't remember what it was. 23? I don't know how many seconds it was. See if I can just do anything. Can I close the gap at all? Looks like they're running 19s, so. I mean, even if I magically start running 10, like, you know, 810s, I don't have enough laps. Well, I guess I would if it was 810, but either way, I doubt I have the time. But we're gonna get it. Just fuck it, who cares? If I hit the barriers and die, so be it. It's the last race. I'm not going for points, championships, or anything anyway. We're just here to do as good as we possibly can, whatever that means. Always aiming for that second apex, and then you can just hammer it on out and hold it right. I'm so sad I'm missing that race this weekend. I really am. I had so much fun doing it last year. We weren't competitive, we were literally just trying to finish the race. And it was fun. This first and the only time I've done the 24-hour here. Like that Coda poster. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I actually found those posters on a Google Drive somewhere like 5 or 6 years ago now. I don't have that link anymore, but literally just found them on the internet somewhere. My wife was kind enough to print them out for me, frame them. All right, 23, still at 23. No progress is made. Something tells me we're all going to be running about the same lap times. Well, I hope if anybody here is new, I hope you're enjoying yourself. For all my OGs, thanks for being here. Oh. Oh, very cool. Jeez. I've never been to an F1 race. I've been to a couple NASCAR races here in Richmond. I went to the Daytona 24 3 years ago, 2 years ago now? The 2023 edition. I'm really gonna try. Really gonna make an effort to go to VIR at IMSA this year. Gonna make an effort. It's such a tough time to do it. It's literally the first weekend of school. The kids will have just been in school for the first week. The week before, it's also hot as balls. Virginia in mid-late August is, you know, kind of a miserable place to be. But it's only about 2 hours away, and I've never gone. I think I can load the truck up, get my canopy, giant cooler, get my chair. Somebody told me bring a bike, which I think is probably a genius idea, so I can just park the truck. I'd love to find a place to park the truck, like back the truck up to a fence or something, and literally just sit in the back of the truck in my chair under a canopy and watch. That would be awesome. Worst sunburn of your life at VIR. Yeah, Virginia that time of year is just brutally hot. Humidity's nuts. I just, that's one reason why I haven't done it. It's just so hot. And also, I mean, to be fair, I think it's, you know, I hate to say it, but it kind of feels like a little bit of a less than event when you consider that it's only GT3s, you know? Sebring, yeah, I've heard that a million times for sure. I'm sure it's incredible. Try South Texas, yeah. Yeah, our humidity is where the real issue is. We don't get like crazy high temps necessarily. I mean, there are big times it'll be like 110 degrees with the index or something. It's really when we get in the upper 90s and it's like really humid. That's where it hurts. But Florida, I mean, I've been to Florida in similar conditions and there's literally no comparison. Like, Florida is about as bad as it gets. Georgia's pretty damn bad too, actually. But Florida is a special kind of hell. Alright, 2 more and then we box. I'm actually really concerned about fuel. So if I have 2, that means I'm going to have
18.769. That was your fastest
5 laps to do, so my whole 54 number goes right out the window. It'll be 54 plus 13. And that's not 62, so... Oh, I guess it's going to add 62, though. It might actually add an extra lap of fuel, to be honest. Still haven't seen any GTPs. Where those some guns at? P1 has not made it to the back straight yet. To give you context, it's hard to articulate where he actually is on the track, but he hasn't made it to the back straight yet. VR is pretty place. I definitely want to go. I've been saying it for 2 or 3 years now that I was gonna do it. I really would like to make that happen this year. I just need to stop being lazy and get over some of my bullshit and just go. And I think this is the year. Definitely recent Adelaide in 86. Oh wow. Super out that weekend, yeah. What are you talking about, Rich? You talking about VIR or Sebring? I'm too mentally preoccupied to think about if there's a bridge that turns 6 on either track. I'll just ask. You guys enjoying the stream? Please like, comment, and subscribe. Sebring, gotcha. I can't think about anything else I'm doing. I can barely read chat and communicate back with you guys. This is all too much for this guy. Oh, so I ran an 8:18 last lap, so I was a little bit faster than P2, but not P1. So it kind of tells you where we're finishing, unless I completely bend this thing. GTPs have to pit soon. Ah, good call. They got to pit before us. Good call. Getting hot myself. Crank this fan up a little bit. Nothing better than swamp people, cold beer, and race car. Jesus. I mean, a lot to like there. I'll do cold water, but I'm with you. Okay. We're still green, that's positive. So we can get like a new personal best or something through this race. That'd be pretty cool. Holy fuck. Why am I pushing so hard?
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
I also have about half the brain cells I need to stop doing stuff like that. Live in camp with a vegan. How dare you? It might shock you to hear this, but for somebody who spends a lot of time streaming themselves on the internet, I am not a social person. Like, at all. Maybe that's actually not surprising. It's probably pretty common with people that do streaming and online content. There's like such a disconnect with a camera versus like in-person social interaction. Maybe that's actually quite common. Toasty in here, man. I think I made a mistake by changing my AC number earlier this afternoon. I came down here after chatting with my wife and I realized I was cold and I went to grab a blanket and I was like, you're an idiot. Like, it's summertime and you're grabbing a blanket. Like, you're paying to make yourself cold and you need to remedy that by getting a blanket? Turn the number up. Now I'm hot. You'll do the same at Watkins? You're gonna have to go first though, right? Watkins is like in a month, I think. Or is it this month? Can't believe it's June. I'm planning on it. I can't make any promises, but it is definitely on my to-do list. Socialize with my wife and my one friend. Yeah, I'm with you.
Thanks, Ben.
I was literally just about to check to see if my voice comms were on or not. Like, I feel like it's been eerily quiet through this race. Alright, I got a GTP coming up behind me. Hopefully somehow, some way we can get to a nice clean place where he can pass. Just given the pace difference, I'm gonna guess no. We are on the same lap, which is weird. Come on, let me get to the freaking back straight. Focus on not dying. Yeah, true. Wish I could. Ah, terrible. Wish I could remember exactly where some of the incidents happened that I was involved with so I could see what those look like. I'll have to go back and find out. He shot it right there. I was just gonna hit the brakes. Shit. Curb's scary. Hit that curb and almost died. Alright, one more and then we box. I guess I'm just gonna trust it. What is excuse me, what is Race Lab saying as far as how much fuel I need? Can you guys see that? Compare it against what I'm seeing with JRT.
Holy smokes.
64. Okay. I'm seeing 62 in JRT, so at least they're close. I might crank it up just a little bit. I'd rather lose a little bit of time getting too much fuel than not having enough. I'll ask you guys again that on the back straight if you're cool with that. Crossing the line with 19 liters. So I'll have about 5.5 when I come into the box.
It's not right there.
Damn. 4-minute flat is quite impressive, dude. I don't have pace there at all. I don't think I could do that. It's never been a track I've been good at. Good for you. Well, even better, you broke your goal. I think I could do a 4:05. Sure as hell couldn't. I don't think I can break a 4-minute. The fast guys are doing what, like 3:54? Something like that? Maybe even faster? Probably even faster. Yeah, it's funny, man. I've just never loved Le Mans. I know that if I spent more time there, I would. Like, if I knew Le Mans like I knew Sebring or Daytona or whatever, I know I would like it a lot more. But I just have never spent the time to really get good at it. So I just don't. I actually spent time here trying to make progress. This is a track that I just thoroughly love driving. Don't care so much about the pace. Just like to drive it. And but always felt like I was just off. So I spent a lot more time driving this track. Whether it's those NEC 4-hour solo races or whatever. Just to have time. Time on the track. And it certainly helps. Alright, I do need to remember I am low on fuel. It's going to be that much more sketchy than it's already been around here. A little aggressive on the brake. Ah. Can you imagine if they didn't have the chicanes? It was literally just the Mulsanne straight. I think everybody would just forget to turn. And I'm wearing these tires out. Alright boys, 36 minutes to go. Wow. Can't believe we haven't even completed the first hour yet. Kinda crazy. Oh wow, my fuel to add just dropped dramatically. Looks like it dropped a full lap. Which makes sense. I calculated this would be an 11 lap race. So
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
it says we're on lap we're on lap 6? Oh. Stop thinking. Drive. Okay. Yeah, mine dropped to 48. Let's see what changes here in a second. But that is much closer to what I need to remember. I said 54, but if I come in there with 6-7 liters, whatever, that puts me much closer to the 48 number I'm looking at. I can only imagine. I mean, it's a lot of time to not be thinking about the fact there's a corner coming up. I've lost some time to Brian here. Making these mistakes. We're in an 8:20. Last lap you were in an 18. And I've already down a second for my lap on this one from mistakes. Looks like Tyler's got this bad boy in the bag. Not really making any real progress to those guys. So sketchy. And unfortunately I don't have a choice, but also remember I have the success ballast. I started dead last. I actually started in the pits. So you think so? I'm worried about Brian behind me. I would have to overtake him again, which I think would be significantly more difficult, especially with an extra click of wing. I might just try to survive it, honestly. Dang it. If I die, I die. Get there. There we go. You should reach out to him. Send him a message on the forum. You never know, man. That was a little sketchy. When they're too hard. Alright, we box. What's Race Labs looking like on the fuel? Like the iRacing forum. Alright, everything's set. I don't think we need the fast repair.
Your car looks fine. No damage
Still
to
says
report.
64. Alright, let me focus here. Still never found a marker to stop this thing.
Pit box in 10,
I'm just gonna put...
5,
Fuck it, I'll just do 65.
3,
Whatever.
2, 1. Right here.
If I'm wrong on the fuel, I'm wrong on the fuel. A baby AMG 1? Oh wow, I haven't seen a C63 in a hot minute.
Move it, move it.
It looks like that was the right call on fuel. He must be putting in about the same. Jesus, I was in the stall for 7 seconds less than the guy ahead of me. Maybe I don't have enough fuel. I was actually in the stall for 9 seconds less than P1. Yeah, I don't know if everybody's name, I don't know if there's like a privacy setting or something. I've noticed that too. Like when I've gone to send people a note to like apologize for something or whatever, they don't always show up. Alright, new tires. And boy, I hope we got enough fuel. JRT thinks we're on the money, which is ironic as shit because I put in 65 liters instead of the 48 it was asking me to put in. Yeah, that's true. I'm definitely gonna have to go into a little bit of a conservation mode here, just because I'm not catching the guys in front anyway, and just in case. Andy, appreciate you, brother. Best of luck in your race, dude. Thanks for coming to hang out. Woo, close. I'll probably make some big lifts here from time to time. I mean, to be fair, for both of those guys, like, they're under no threat except for each other, you know? So they can just kind of cruise. I'm sure they're not. I'm sure they're pushing their asses off, but it's basically an easy 1-2 in the bag. It's just, what's the order gonna be? Get these tires fired up. But yeah, super fresh tires for the last 28 minutes. Yeah, boy. Yeah, he definitely took a lot more fuel than I did. I was in my stall for 21.9 seconds. He was in his for 28, so I definitely took the least amount of fuel. And now JRT is telling me that I'm a full lap to the good. Can you imagine? So if I'd done that and it actually turns out to be true, I might have actually been able to get up to P2. It's 18 seconds. Maybe not. That would have been a hell of a lot closer. What's up, Andrew? And unfortunately, it does not mean that no more high school baseball, but travel season starts. First practice is tomorrow night. First tournament is this weekend. I'll actually be more busy with baseball now that high school baseball's over. As ironic as that can seem. Yeah, I mean, he's got literally practice Tuesday night, Thursday night, and then a tournament every single weekend for all of June and all of July. Yeah, all good, man. I'm super excited about it, though. It is fun to watch this travel team play baseball, and I've only gotten to watch my guy pitch for the entire season of high school, And in travel, I mean, he bats. He's generally batting in the 3-hole and playing, you know, playing in the field every inning. So I'll get to see him like play baseball instead of just pitch, you know, 5 games over the course of a full season. Discord, yes, I do. Hit exclamation point Discord. I think I just made a command for it. I might be wrong, but I think I did. If I didn't, there's a link in the description. I think I just added that as a command. Let's go. Look at me with technology. Attaboy. I had a couple things. I think setup is one. Of course, like, subscribe, stuff like that. Yeah, I think setup will show you my rig video. There it is. Let's go. We'll be doing useful stuff. Yes, liking the video is actually insane how helpful that is. Like right now we have 11. If that was like 20, you would see the number of viewers go from 30 to like 50. It's actually kind of nuts. It's weird how those algorithms, like, you know, are smart. Figure out all the things. Man, I should have gone with my original calculation. I was scared. So I went ahead and added 13 liters more than what it told me to take. I should have just gone with it. Every subscriber does count. Look at, man, what useful and informative information. I guess that's what information is, but you got me. Stay on the track. Oh, this is such an awesome racetrack. If you guys don't know this track, take the time. Just run laps. Don't go look at any YouTube videos. I never found those to be useful. Just run laps really, really slow. Go run a test session and turn off the damage, you know? Something like that. Just take it slow. Best track ever. Oh. Holy shit. Stomach went straight to the throat. 17 seconds. Appreciate that, actually. I would have not noticed that until they were on my ass, so thanks for the heads up. The Zolder video. That's awesome. That was a crazy race. It was a crazy week. That was the week, I think, that drove me to finally buy LMU because I was so bored of the iRacing races. So funny. Fuji 8 hour? Wow, what a race, man. What a race. Me and Peter ran it solo. Me and Peter ran it together. 8 hours. Got killed in the last 10 minutes. Like, man. I think we were on for about like a P7 finish once the fuel cycle stuff had gone through. So frustrating, man. I thought I knew the track until I raced in the dark. Amen, dude. It's actually shocking how much harder it is to race in the dark here. It's so so much stuff looks so similar to other places on the racetrack. You like, if you're not like completely locked in, which I'm definitely not locked in right now, it's really easy to look down and be like, where are I? And poof, you're actually somewhere else.
59.265.
If this thing actually goes the laps I thought it was going to go and I just put in a full extra lap of fuel, I'm going to be kind of upset. I mean, not like I had much different information. Wow, these guys are this close after an hour? Respect. Gonna try my best to get out of their way. I'm not racing for anything here. We've got 20 seconds ahead and 18 seconds behind. I hate to do that and all the things, but I don't... It just kind of is what it is. I don't want to get involved in their race, and I am at this point just trying to finish. So with that, yeah, it looks like we are going to run the rest of this lap and then 2 more, and that's the race. Which means I did need the fuel. I don't know what's been going on with JRT lately, but it has not been very reliable. Not for multi-class. It used to just be freaking ironclad. Recently, not so much. Double green, ran at 840. Hot damn, dude. Double greens are just good days. No one will ever convince me otherwise. I don't even care what happens in your race. A double green, you're running away in the opposite direction, cackling, you know? Absolutely. So it's when you get positive safety rating and positive I rating as a result. So in the results page, it shows them as green or red based on whether you gained or lost. So we always say double red, double green. Yeah. Double green's a good day. You guys remember, well, it's still so much time to go. I need to remember where did some of these incidents happen. I want to take a look at my involvement. One of them was going into the, I guess it's a chicane. The other I don't remember. You take it 6 days from Sunday, baby. You take that all day. It is truly my favorite, and I've never, yeah, I've gotten better, but historically it's just always been slow here. I have made progress in the last 6 months, though. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Not surprised. Tyler's a fast boy. I was honestly genuinely surprised that I held him off last week at Zandvoort. I really was. I thought he was going to get me. I just kind of zoned out, talked to you guys, and just really kind of blacked out and just finished third, you know. Also wonder if he didn't want the success ballast for this week. There's a little strategery at play, potentially. That would actually be pretty amazing. He didn't say that after or whatever, but wouldn't shock me. I sure as hell wish I didn't have a success ballast this week. He's running great laps. I don't know that I would have actually been able to take him here, but it would have been a much more interesting race for a couple of us. But yeah, this is my favorite track, and honestly it's not even close. Others would be Bathurst, Road Atlanta, Portimao, Daytona. There's just some that just, when I see them, I get a little excited. You know? What are you gonna do? When I see those tracks show up on the schedule, I mean, you know, special things start to happen. Same for me, Aaron. It was actually my first special event that I ever did, Bathurst 12. And I did it in a BMW of all things. And this must have been 2020, maybe 2021? I want to say 2020. It's kind of another track. It's like, I love it, but I've never been like really quick there. Daytona, I feel like I'm actually pretty quick on. Road Atlanta, I'm pretty good on. Portimao, I'm pretty good on. But like Nords and Bathurst, just never quite been able to find that last little bit. For like people in my IR range, holy shit. Saved it. Sebring and Daytona. Hard to go wrong with either of those, brother. I do really enjoy Sebring these days too. I used to hate Sebring, but that's back when all I ever drove were Formula cars that had no suspension. So every time I got it, one of those cars is Sebring, I wanted to puke. But ever since I started driving GT3s, I'm like, I get it now. Alright, fellas. I kind of forgot we even did endurance rounds in this league. I mean, kind of a perfect track to do it for. Oh for 4. Yeah, I've never won a special event. Back in the day when my I rating was low enough that I might have had a chance, I just wasn't good enough. And even now, it's like, just, oh, never finished, gotcha. I'm pretty sure I finished them all, to be honest. I can't remember one where we didn't finish. Honestly, it's hard, like, I don't think we've... There was an event that me... Was it Sebring this? No, we did finish Sebring. There was an event, I think it was this year, me, Peter, and Nick did one that we didn't finish. Damn if I can remember what it was. Oh, it was Bathurst. Oh, it was Bathurst. In the wet, we were driving the Acura. It was a disaster. That's right. I think that's the only time I can remember a special event that we did not finish. Closest I've come to any, it's a special event though. So I have won the Daytona 500. So technically I've won a special event, but I don't really count that. I mean, yes, it is cool, and yes, it's a special event, and it's awesome. But I'm thinking of like team-based special events. The closest I've come to winning one was Watkins last year. Me and Nick, we finished P2. We were actually in the lead with less than probably 30 minutes to go, but we got caught out in the tire strategy. The way the rain went down, we were on the wrong tire at the wrong time. We didn't box, we kept the wet tires on. The guy behind us, who basically had nothing to lose, he was 40 seconds behind us, boxed for softs, and fucking, that was the right choice, unfortunately. And it's like, yeah, it still chaps my ass, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, exactly. This year's Bathurst was a joke. I mean, it really was. Daytona was a joke. Bathurst was even worse. It was to the point that I literally wasn't going to do Sebring this year because of how bad the weather was in the other two. And then I thought to myself, how did I make that mistake? I thought to myself, if I don't do it, if I don't sign up to do it, then of course it's going to be the year that we don't have any rain. And sure as hell, it was no rain. So we did it, we finished, I don't remember where, but we had a good time. It's really all that matters. But I'd like to win one of these days, man. And Watkins is coming up, end of the month. I think that's a weekend we actually have off from baseball, so I think I will actually be able to do that race. But I'm missing a lot. I mean, I'm missing Nords this weekend. I'm not in the Majors 24. I think we do have a team that's going to participate in that with, SCR. And then we'll certainly participate in Spa 24, but I will not be able to do it. I'll be out for that as well. So, unfortunately, but fortunately, I got a lot of positive things. Not like I'm, not doing things that are meaningful. So, it's good thing, but sucks on the sim racing front. So some strange flashing in my right mirror, my right monitor. Yeah, you're 100% on that, Rich. Like, a lot of stuff's got to go right, especially multi-class, like, especially GT3. I mean, there's a lot of luck involved, no doubt. Come on, go. P2 this year, 12. Wow. That's impressive, quite honestly. Just to finish the daggone race is impressive. It was just something about that race. Like, my head was not right going into it. I was not prepared for that race. We made a car change in the last week that I think was just the wrong move for our general goals, but you know, we're trying to be competitive. I don't know. And then the rain, I think the rain just pissed everybody off. I mean, y'all know how Nodwell feels about rain. You know what I mean? We all know Peter. Peter sees rain, he's pissed instantly. Get it, hates it. I'm generally similar, not nearly as bad, but similar. And Nick's pretty much down for whatever, he doesn't care. But I just feel like we were not clicking very well going into Bathurst this year, and it showed big time. Uh-oh, what's the hot take? I love hot takes. Especially when they're not hot takes. Token, what's up, brother? Overdone, 100%. 100%. That's their MO, man. Like, they're gonna release a feature they worked on for like 5 years. It's gonna be used like a son of a gun. I get it. But hopefully we're past that point, or really close to being past that point. I like that it... I've said it a bunch, I'll say it. I like when Rain introduces strategy decisions. Like, should I start on the wet? Should I start on the dry? When should we swap? That sort of stuff, love it. When it's torrential downpour and you literally can't touch your brakes or you're gonna go sliding off the racetrack, that's not fun. I don't enjoy that. Yeah, dude, I hope you've been doing well, man. So I didn't get a chance to read the whole thing. I think I got the gist, though. My retort would be, these are opinions, I'm not, just my opinion. My opinion is sometimes there are cars where it just fundamentally fits the track better. And the example I always give, I mean, BMW here is certainly a phenomenal example, or Bathurst BMW. But the example I always give is Spa. I'll race the Porsche the entire season. As you guys know, I'm a Porsche lover. Then I'll run my lap and I'll run a 219, or maybe I'll crack a 218 or something if I'm just busting my balls, right? I literally get, and that's 2 hours, I'm working, I'm getting it, trying so hard to get a good lap in that freaking car. Literally fire up the Ferrari, first hot lap out, 17.8, like it's nothing. It's not set up, it's not, it's literally just that car, the way that it's set up, it just works. It just works better. It's easier to extract the pace out of. I think it's a really common thing for people to say, oh, well, meta doesn't matter unless you're at the top whatever percent. I fundamentally disagree with that. Again, just an opinion, maybe by the numbers I'm wrong. But when I can extract more, if I can run a half second or more faster in the Ferrari at Spa, like right out of the gate, like it's not, you don't have to be 10K to get it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I feel about it. But all opinions. That fits every track. That actually, don't think you're that wrong, to be honest with you. I think the Vet's kind of an underappreciated car, for sure. And I think the Porsche, generally speaking, fits most tracks. It's just going to suffer at places like Spa. Very few places, but it's going to suffer at a couple places. Some cars just fit. Think about the Lambo. Lambo at Long Beach, great example, right? What's the one that always dominates freaking Daytona? I forget. Alright, cool. Well, fuel was right. Fuel with the adjustment from Race Lab was correct, so...
18.688. New
Good to know.
flat for you. You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
18.6. That's not the lap. No. Is that the lap I let those guys go by? Anybody? Y'all remember? Can't be, right? Can't be. That was 2 seconds. My optimal's a 16.3. Man, that would have been cool. Past season was the Acura, true. True. Haven't touched another GT3, I respect that. Part of me wishes I hadn't either, to be honest with you. I actually said that to my wife. I was like, when the Corvette comes out in iRacing, I'm never going to drive another GT3
Mac,
again.
you're cheating.
She just looks at me like I'm an idiot. Like,
Oh, you hate to see it.
You're
You
not
hate
wrong.
to see it.
where's the Mustang fit in?
I got too greedy.
That's a really good question, man. I feel like the Mustang is pretty damn good everywhere. I'm sure there are a couple places I'm not thinking of.
Broadcasters went crazy.
But generally speaking, I feel like at every race I do, there's a Mustang up front, you know? I mean, at the end of the day, it definitely comes down to the person driving the car and fit and all that. But I don't know. I feel like Mustang is underappreciated in a lot of ways. I think it's pretty quick. And it depends on the person. I'm thinking like the dude Ethan from some of the leagues I've been in. He's smoking fast in that Mustang. He was quick in the old GT, whatever, you know, whatever that thing was called. My brain's not functioning as I've been circling this track for an hour and a half straight. Still pushing. Oh, why did you do that? Mistakes were made. Damn it. I'm a man of my word. Alright, Joker, I hear you. Yeah, I definitely went back on that one, didn't I? I mean, to be fair, I ran it for 2 seasons. I ran it the season it came out, and then I ran it the next season. But then I went back to the Porsche for a season, and then I did the Lambo for half a season. I haven't even considered if I'm gonna do something different next season. Y'all know if I told you I was, you'd know I'd lie to you, so I'll just be back in the Porsche probably. I should have stuck with that. yeah, there you go. Yeah, Ethan can get it. And he's always, I mean, good for him. He literally drove that old Ford when it was a complete piece of shit, and he still made it work. He's a Ford guy, which is funny because he's from UK, I think. Strange place to be a Ford guy. Mustang. Yeah, I've definitely never gotten really comfortable with it. I can't say that I've spent a lot of time trying to, but y'all, I am literally trying to kill myself in this race, huh? That was almost death. Like, literally almost death. I've gotten a lot of shorts from this. I don't know if y'all know or even see my shorts, but not the physical ones I'm wearing, but anyway, YouTube shorts. I literally spent an hour yesterday combing through all of the clips that I've made for the last month, and I've posted more than a month's worth of shorts. So I literally have shorts queued up between now and like July 4th. It's actually kind of amazing. So you will see a new one every other morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. Take a breath, brother. Long shoes feel like breaks 20 meters sooner. I feel like there's something to the field of view in the Mustang. Maybe I'm just totally wrong, but it just feels like I'm going slower than I actually am. Where, like, for instance, you know, the reverse is true in the McLaren, because you feel like you're sitting on the nose. It feels like that thing's going faster than maybe it really is. So the perception of speed is definitely a little unique. Yeah, I feel like it has something to do more with the, like, sitting on the nose versus, you know, sitting back. But yeah, I haven't really made much of an effort to try to think through that or figure it out. Maybe one of these days. Maybe I'll shock you guys and show up on week 1 of the new season rocking the Mustang. I think Keyser would have a fucking heart attack. But like in a good way. You won't. You're probably right. You right. I would like to diversify a little bit more and drive more things. If you've noticed, I have driven more stuff. I drove the BMW here. I drove the Mercedes here. I drove the Porsche. I did all of that on Monday. I'd like to diversify more, but the real reason I don't is because when I do these leagues, I'm locked into a car for the whole season.
Good race, Matt.
You know, so it's tough to feel like you can jump around when you have to do league races in the same car all season. But because of baseball, I don't know how much league racing I'm going to do next season, so maybe I'll do that. I do intend to at least run this league next season, because it's Wednesday nights and that kind of works out for me. And I'm not going to be able to compete for a championship because I'm going to miss too many races anyway, so maybe I will just throw caution to the wind and just run more stuff. Well, boys, I didn't have enough for the front two. I think even if I didn't have to start at the back, I might have had it enough for P2. I think Tyler was in a class of his own tonight. Bravo to Tyler and the Mustang. The man got his booster seat out and just got it done. You know, what are you gonna say? You just respect the game. You give that man a hefty handshake. You just kind of move on with your life, you know. He had his beat tonight. Me, everybody. Jeff crushed the field. I think P2 might have been in play if I was able to start with those guys. We've had similar pace, I think, every time I've looked up. But P1 wasn't it, man. P1 wasn't it. Not that I physically can't, I'm just not a fan. Yeah, no, I get it, man. There's definitely, we like what we like, you know? Personally, I think the Porsche is hands down the best GT3 in it. It's not even close. I feel like the feedback you get from it, like this driving sensation you get from it is just unmatched. And I'm really curious how that's going to be affected come Tuesday when the new release comes out and they change the tires. That I'm super curious about. Alright, boys. From pit road to P3. Let's go! I'll take that. Those guys must have gotten a lot of extra fuel.
There's the flag. It's over.
Hey,
Great
can
job.
I join you guys?
Did really well.
Hey, hey. Ooh, ooh! Give me a show! Come on, man. I want to see it. Oh, man, I'm out of fuel. I'm out of fuel. I can't move. Beautiful job, Tyler. You crushed it, brother. Good for him, man. Oh, Eric, thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. That was a lot of fun. That really was a lot of fun. I freaking love that racetrack. Attaboy. I wish he'd just like gotten up against me and just started like spinning them. Just let it eat, son. It was impressive. Let it eat. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Either Porsche feel like front wheels provide zero feedback on medium high-speed corners. I could see that. I could see that. It's definitely a unique vehicle for sure. There's nothing on iRacing drives like it, or nothing in the GT3 class drives like it. So yeah, I can see that. Oh, Jesus! I wonder if anybody's angry with me. I don't have any DMs yet, so that's positive. That's positive. Nothing yet. All right. What are we looking at? Anybody remember? It was so long ago. I'm not sure really what happened. Later, Aaron. I appreciate you, brother. Okay, cool, cool. I'll see what I can do. Yeah, for sure. But I appreciate you hanging out, man. Thank you for that. Let me see if I can get some sense of some of these moves. Google, stop listening. Jesus. She scared the shit out of me. Alright. I feel like every lap it's going to be somebody different in front of me. One of them was the chicane. So that one should be pretty easy to find. Alright, got one there quick. Took me a minute to catch these guys up. Toodles. Later, dude. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. He collected it nice. I really didn't want to put pressure on him like that. And also trying to get going, you know? Kind of a hard balance to make. God, this is not good. Going this fast, too fast, too fast. I was on these guys for a minute. That's right. It's got him in the draft. He must have been running a higher wing. Where did we make these moves? I feel like I was behind him for a minute. He couldn't pass this guy. And I think he went off. Either that or I just sent it. Oh, take a breath, brother. Hey, later, Eric. Thanks, dude. Appreciate you. Oh, man, I thought about going for it there, too. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, man. I need to go to bed, too, actually. I was hoping to catch these pretty quick and see what happened. Oh, that's right. He went off. And then I sent it on this dude at some point. I don't think I waited very long. Yeah. Alright, that was pretty clean. Oh, I think he spun in the fast part up here, right? Oh, he made mistakes. Yeah. I think he's about to happen right here. Yeah, he went in too deep. I feel like I even saw it coming. I think he just literally went in there too deep. Yeah. Wow. Somehow when we... Wow. I don't know how we didn't make contact. I mean, Brian, I think he tried to take advantage of the situation a little bit and get past both of us. But yeah, that didn't work out. Jeez. All right, I think I catch this dude pretty quick. I think this is where we have the incident in the hairpin. Yeah, must be. So I caught him quite quickly. What is this again? I can see a number. That's interesting. I kind of did feel like he went a little bit to the left. I went to the inside. I don't know. I just thought he was gonna back out of it once I got to the side, like to the inside line. So anyway, I got to the inside, and I feel like he came over to the left a little bit, which he did, not very much. Went back to the line. A little bit of net code. But I mean, if I'm that far along, I'm certainly going to stay in there. You get to this point of the racetrack. Last thing I want to do having caught him from as far back as I did, is be behind him getting onto the Nordschleife. Yeah, he slowed down a little bit too much and then turned in. I didn't have a ton of overlap, but I had enough. I don't know. I could see that going either way. Glad it didn't kill him, at least. Curious what you guys think about that. I could definitely see him not loving it. Yeah. I think he turned in okay. I think he just didn't really anticipate that I was going to still be there. We'll go back and look at the brake lights again. Just curious. Not a big deal or anything. I'm just curious. So brake lights. We hit the brakes at the same time. I think he's turning in okay. I just don't think he was really thinking I was still going to be there. Yeah, I wasn't turning in as early as he was. I don't know. That's tough. I'm just honestly just thankful it didn't kill him. We made some contact. Nothing crazy. I mean, from that, it just looks like I just ran right into him. Honestly. He kind of went to the left and he kind of goes back. We hit the brakes at the same time. And it's funny. When I look at that right now, it looks like I'm out of control and I just run through him. But honestly, I think I was trying to carry more speed through there than he was. And I think that's why it looks that way. Yeah, I don't think I needed him to make that corner, you know what I mean? I don't know. Interesting. I don't really know. I mean, aggressive on my part, no doubt, but it's like look where we are here. How far apart are we here? And then how far apart are when we close the, start the lap? I mean, to me, it's like, if I've caught you that much, half of the GT, or the GP circuit, I gotta go for the move, man. If I get stuck behind you for half the Nordschleife, I'm either gonna have to make a less than move, or literally just be stuck behind you and lose a ton of time, which I just couldn't justify that. So all good, all good. Cool. Yeah, it was definitely aggressive. I think it was aggressive. I think it had to be. Again, I just didn't want to get stuck behind him for an entire lap. That's a lot of time. End of the day, it doesn't matter. I still 20 seconds the guy ahead of me and then 18 behind me. Like, kind of is what it is. LT, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? You should know. Yeah, he definitely would have heard the, car to your left. I was definitely there. I didn't have a lot of overlap. I had less than I thought I did. In the moment, I definitely thought I had more than I actually did. Looking at the replay, I didn't have nearly as much as I thought I did. So that's on me, obviously. But anywho, LT, I hate to do it to you, brother, but I just finished 90 minutes at Nords, and your boy needs to go to sleep. So, all that said, appreciate you guys being here. I will be doing the stream, early access to the new build. I'm gonna go with Monday. I don't know exactly when, but it seems like it's gonna be Monday. I will post it on YouTube, Twitter, X, whatever we call it these days, Discord, all the places. So if you're curious to know when that's coming, dude, hey, how's it going? That's Tyler, right? I always get the names mixed up when it doesn't match. But if you want to see me take a look at the early build, or take a look at the build early and test out the new tires, I will get access to it this weekend, and my goal is to do a stream on Monday showing off all the new features coming out in the new build on Tuesday. So if you guys want to see that, you don't want to miss that, subscribe to the channel or join the Discord. You'll get a notification when I go live, stuff like that. And if you never want to see it again after that, totally fine. Leave the Discord, unsubscribe. I don't care. Do your thing. But I do get access early. Super excited about that. And I will show you everything that I can on Monday. For sure. Best in the business. Go. Yeah, Tyler, dude, you should go back and watch this or put it in the background, and listen to it. I was giving you your flowers during this race, dude. You crushed it. You had a phenomenal race, man. Nobody had your pace. So, really nice job on the win. Well deserved. You crushed it. All right. I appreciate you guys more than you know. I truly do. So thank y'all for being here. Subscribe, like, follow, internet things. I don't know. Yeah, of course. Hey, I love providing it for you, Skid. I'll see you guys when I see you. Until then, I hope you have a phenomenal rest of your week. Later, boys.
You